Hello, and welcome back to another segment of Bella TV. I'm your host, Madison McHugh. Today, I am joined by the lovely Laila Odom. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
So, how did you get started in your career?
I started acting when I was probably like maybe 7 or 8, just at school. And then I found an agent in New York, probably maybe when I was like 11 or 12. And I've always just been in performing arts. Like it feels like forever. I went to Rutgers University, Mason Gross School of the Arts. And I literally, once I graduated, I moved right to LA and just started auditioning and working. Uh, I just recently started to really write my own projects after sometimes you audition for a few years and you might not find something that is like that speaks directly to you. And I started writing. I did my first project, but to date, Salt and Peppa is the biggest project that I've done.
Wow, you started really young. That's amazing that you knew what you wanted to do.
Like I knew what I wanted to do so early because I really wasn't that good at anything else. Like I wasn't, super smart or anything like that. And when I say that, like I never wanted to be a scientist. I never wanted to be a doctor. Like those were things I never wanted to be. Not like I was a dummy, but like
No. That's so amazing that you found it so early in your career. Even people that are extremely smart, they don't even know what they want to do at that age.
that's true. But I did that like, and I was always in dance, always in theater somehow, and it just felt like I should do that for the rest of my life. It didn't. Nothing else right like seemed right for me to do. So that's how I got started. But I will say when I was very young, like I guess the same time I did gymnastics. I wanted to go to the Olympics. That's the only thing that like I wanted to do, but like never did. But I did gymnastics and I took like a summer off or I took some time off like as a kid and I grew like 6 inches in
Wow.
less than a year. Yeah. And as a gymnast, like anything over like 5'2", 5'3" is relatively tall. I was probably 5'6"
Wow.
and still growing. So
That's crazy.
I'm 5'10". So it just that kind of derailed and I was okay with it because I was so young, but I was still like in the art. So, that one wasn't bad though.
It pushed you in the right direction.
Exactly.
So, what was life like for you after Salt and Peppa?
So we wrapped Salt and Pepper literally about a year to date, like pretty much. Relatively close to Christmas. We shot in Toronto and I came back to LA and it was like such a great feeling having finished an amazing project. We had Mario Van Peebles as the director. We had a very talented wardrobe stylist, Michelle. We had a very talented choreographer, Christian Vincent. Like we had so many talented people that it was such an amazing experience. I literally learned something every day, big or small. I learned something every day. So I got back to LA, like nothing was happening. Like the business starts to close down around like December 21st. So that's when I got back and I was exhausted, but like a good exhausted. So I like rested and then I went to Tulum for the new for the new year last year. So it's like so crazy to be in a place now where it's nothing like it was last year. Nothing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, speaking of that, how has the pandemic affected all of your work?
It's slowed down things definitely a bit, like the first half of the pandemic, and then things slowly started to return. I did a TV series called For the Love of Jason during the pandemic, so it was it's different now. You just can't have actors like super close or too many in a room, so it is different, and it cuts down on like your ability to connect with people because you have a face mask. I can't hear what you're saying. Like, who are you? Like, it gets weird. But I don't know. Hopefully things will change soon. But right, but I was able to do that. That's a series that's on right now. It's on UMC. Very talented cast of like, we're all friends now. So and some of us were friends before. So it felt like working. It didn't feel like work. It just felt like friends getting together and shooting. And that's kind of like my background. Like I started with Vine. I did a lot of Instagram sketches and skits. So it felt like that part that I was doing, I guess, 6 years ago. So it's been good. So I did that. And then I also did a Christmas movie that's going to be coming out. Yeah, that's going to be coming out on the 10th. That'll be on BET Plus. So I'm yeah, like even though I haven't been busy, I have been able to get some nice projects done. I do self tapes all the time. So I spend a lot of time with my coach. Like I'm always going to his house to tape and coach. And that's kind of like become the new normal at this point. Yeah.
It's good that you kept yourself busy, but enough time to relax and not lose yourself, get too wrapped up in the world.
I think the first few months it was a little scary because like you really didn't know what was happening. And if you just watched the news, it was very scary. I wish I could turn my computer around so you can see, but I ordered like a squat machine. I ordered like I have a rowing machine. Like, and when I say, I'm looking right over here because literally like it's in my living room. It's right there. But,
you can charge admission.
I was trying to really like keep myself going. I would walk and walk to the supermarket and stand in line. Like that's all you could do.
Yeah.
So I did that. And now things are changing, but now they're going back to that. So
what's next for you?
I'm working on my own project and just taking it slow with that. It's my first project. So just working on it, trying to get it to a place that like finish the scripts. So that's what I'll say. I'm just like finishing the scripts and it's a series and it's, awesome. I'll talk a little bit about it. It's called Single AF. You guys know what AF means, but it's just about my experience with being single and a little different. It's not solely based on my life, but it's based on an experience that I had that kind of urged me to talk about it. Like I was on a dating app. I'm very single. I was on a dating app and I like connected with this guy from a different country. And then I saw him in Los Angeles. So I was like, so it's just one of those things of like a really fun story that I just kind of like let it blossom and turn into a series.
And I feel like that's very relatable, especially now in the pandemic with meeting people online.
Exactly. So it's been that. I think that stories as the world is getting smaller in the sense of like you have a friend that's in London or you might have a friend that's in Paris. Like everything is getting smaller. So we have to think about things like internationally. We can't just think about like, oh, my life right here in LA. It's bigger than that. So that's what the series kind of touches on, like bigger than just our American culture and more of like a world culture.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Best in luck to you and everything you do in the following years.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me. You guys have a great day. Bye.